What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, all right, we're coming back to Primus. Yes, indeed. Primus Fans Feeling You. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbidi bop, do me a favor before you do all that stuff. Please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from PJam1184, and PJam wanted to see me react to this song by Primus called Lacquer Head. Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always the possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait, hold it, I have heard this song before, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Let's see, this was posted by Leggies. Exactly how you think it's spelled, it's there. And the video has 1,038 views. It's not gonna get you there, sorry. Now look, I'm sure the song's fine, I'm sure the video's fine, I'm sure everything's just fine. I'm just saying, 1,038 views, it's not gonna get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? You ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Primus, Lacquer Head HD Video Remaster. Cool. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Sometimes bored, sometimes lonely. Pimple-faced and rather homely. He wasn't much for socializing. The TV kept him mesmerizing. In one ear and out the other. Picked up a chick from his older brother. Got him a can of sniffing sauce. Pinned his mind upon the cross. Lacquer Head knows but one desire. Lacquer Head sets his skull on fire. Lacquer Head knows no in-betweens. Hopping on bags of gasoline.
Stop showing off.
Sniffing pain since the 7th grade. She was high on gin and Gatorade.
Okay.
On turpentine, she lost her luck. Fell in front of a speeding pickup truck. He was a boy of soft demeanor, and he loved his carburetor cleaner. The vapor made a sweet aroma. He slipped himself into a coma. Lacquer Head knows but one desire. Lacquer Head sets his skull on fire.
The main riff, in the bass, I could be wrong, but it sounds like minor 3 to major 3, major 6 to minor 7. That's interesting. I like that. That's a nice little riff. This sounds from a sound quality, not from a songwriting standpoint, but from a sound quality production, this sounds very polished. More polished than anything else I've heard from Primus. Looking back at the albums I actually do own from them, Suck on This, Frizzle Fry, and Sailing the Seas of Cheese. Comparing the sound quality of this song to anything on any of those albums, this sounds very polished. It also, to some extent, sounds a little bit fuller. I wonder if they're doubling up on the guitar parts in the recording. It's very possible. They might be adding more layers to give it a little extra thickness, a little extra fullness. I like the approach. I like it. I will say I do like the old sound from Primus. I like that kind of hollow, kind of raw sounding sound quality that you get from those albums. Not quite so polished, not quite so full. A little more organic. It's almost as if you're listening to them playing it in studio live. You know what I mean? It has that. For those three albums, well, okay, Suck on This was a live album, but I mean the other two studio albums, it has that vibe. This sounds very studio. This sounds very post-production, but at the same time, there is that fullness and that warmth to it, though. So I guess it's just a matter of taste. I just wanted to mention that I noticed it. So anyway, let's keep going here.
Sweet aroma has lifted himself into a coma. Lacquer Head knows but one desire. Lacquer Head sets his skull on fire. Lacquer Head knows no in-betweens. Pumping on bags of gasoline.
Remember that video? Off the top. Wow.
Lacquer Head knows but one desire. Lacquer Head sets his skull on fire. Lacquer Head knows no in-betweens. Hopping on bags of gasoline. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Huh. I mean, Primus is always very interesting, especially when you listen to it for the first time. You never know. You just never know what you're getting yourself into. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Primus with Lacquer Head. This was a request from PJam 1184. Okay, let's just get to the score, and I'll explain everything afterwards, I promise. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that an 8.4. Yep, 8.4. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first, an 8.4, what does that mean? Well, an 8.4 would translate to a great scale rating, so overall, I think this was a great song. It would also get 4 to 5 stars and an A- letter grade. So there you go, an 8.4, great scale rating, 4 to 5 stars, and an A- letter grade. Now, how did I come up with that score? So glad you asked. Okay, Primus is such a weird cat. It really is. It's a weird entity. Whenever you listen to a Primus song for the very first time, you just don't know what to. Number one, you have no idea what to expect because their songwriting changes, not just from album to album, but literally from song to song. You're doing one groove in one song, and the next song you're going in a completely different direction. And even knowing that, when you hear the song for the first time, there's no guarantee that you're gonna love it. The very first time I heard Primus, it was the song Tommy the Cat. And I gotta be honest with you folks, the first time I heard it, I hated it.
What's the matter with you?
I hated the song. I was like, what in the world is this? It's nonsense. I mean, yeah, the bass playing's impressive, but yeah, I couldn't wrap my head around the song. I was just like, I was really turned off by it. I forced myself to listen to it like 3 or 4 more times, and I started to find myself going, okay. I'm starting to see where this is going. And after I listened to it for about the 50th time, I just love that song. It's to this day, I don't know if it's my favorite Primus song, but it's top 3 without question. Love that tune. Love playing that tune. That's a fun song to play. This is very much in that same realm. I am sure if I were to listen to this song at least 10 more times, I will probably like it way more than I like it now, okay? As it stands right now, though, it's okay. It's good. I don't have a problem with it. And I'm open to listening to it again. It has some hooks. The chorus is the hook, without question. And it's not what's happening instrumentally. It's what's happening within Les's vocal work in that chorus. There's the hook, is the vocals. In the chorus. It's running in my head as we speak. It's running laps around my brain as we speak. It's catchy. It is catchy. The groove on the song is solid. It's very, very solid. Kind of reminiscent of older Primus. I don't know what album this came. I know it wasn't Sailing the Seas of Cheese. I know it wasn't Frizzle Fry, and I know I didn't hear it on Suck on This. So it's later, obviously later after that. I just don't know what album it was on, but it's reminiscent of old Primus. Like I listened to this and I think about the song. What was the song I did? My Name is Mud, I think is the song. Doesn't sound anything like it. Yeah, no, we're definitely grassing away. This lends itself. What was the other song? Big Brown Beaver. I remember that part. Yeah, I don't remember the actual name of the song. It was that Beaver song. This is a little more reminiscent toward that as far as notation goes. But as far as groove goes, this has John the Fisherman all over it. At least from a style standpoint. Maybe not necessarily by meter or by time signature or anything like that, but by style of groove. It has that laid back kind of a pseudo funk groove to it. I like it. You can definitely bop along to it. I believe I was during the course of the reaction. The guitar playing, very nice, warm sounding. Probably the warmest sounding guitar and fullest sounding guitar I've heard from any Primus song ever. I don't know if they're taking a little different approach with the engineering with this song, but it doesn't sound as raw. It doesn't sound as singular as it does on their earlier work, where it's you can tell. I mean, they may have done some redoubling on those earlier albums, but it doesn't sound like it. This sounds like it. This sounds like they redoubled that guitar and redoubled the redoubling. It's very warm sounding, very full sounding, and I part of me likes it, part of me doesn't. Part of me kind of likes the rawness and the singularity of that old Primus style sound. But then again, there's also the part of me that's like, this is money. This is money right here. This is going to be far more approachable to far more people. Not just the hardcore old school Primus fans. You're going to get new fans with this kind of a sound, guaranteed. And the style of playing, very typical of the Primus style of guitar playing. Drumming, same thing. Les's bass playing, he pulled out all the hits here, didn't he? I mean, we've heard that. We heard that going back to Tommy the Cat. I mean, that's nothing new. But there was one thing that he did in particular that really kind of made me, you know, I could feel my eyebrows raised. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool when he did the pop on the high string, and off of the pop, he did a what do they want? Yeah, it's 4 sextuplets off of the pop with the hammer-ons and pull-offs. That was cool. I've never heard him do that before. Come to think of it, I don't think I've ever heard any bass player do that before. So this is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about Les's, where I give Les all the credit in the world. Give me some time, I could probably figure it out. You know, pop, and then 4 sextuplets. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe the pop was the first, and then it was 3 sextuplets. Maybe that was it. I'll have to go back and listen again. Technically, it doesn't sound that difficult. It sounds like like I said, give me some time, I'll get it. But here's the thing, and this is where I give Les Claypool all of the credit in the world. I would never have thought of that, and I don't think I've heard anybody else do it. Not John Patitucci, not John Myung, not Kim Stone, not Yako, not Bootsy Collins. I haven't heard anybody do that. So not Flea. I know there's a lot of Flea fans, but guys, I'm sorry, I've never heard Flea play that. Never. That's the first time I've heard that riff. It is a cool sounding riff. And yeah, I want to learn how to do that for sure. And like I said, that is where I will give Les Claypool all the credit in the world. His creativity, his ability to pull these things out of his head and apply them to the instrument it's amazing. It really is, man. That's the only word I can use to describe it. Everything else that he played throughout the rest of the song, I've heard him do in other songs, so there was no surprise there. Like I said, he pulled out all the hits. But I mean, but hearing that one riff, that alone was like, oh, that's pretty cool. All right, I got a new homework assignment. I got to learn how to do that. So overall, I think this is a great song. It's one of the better songs I've heard from Primus, if I'm being honest. It's definitely got the catchiness. It definitely has some commercial appeal. I kind of paralleled it to John the Fisherman a little bit in that regard as far as the groove goes. So it's a great tune. It really is. And I absolutely believe it deserves that 8.4 without question. So let's wrap everything up here in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We have an 8.4, which is a great skill rating, 4 to 5 stars, and an A- letter grade. Take your pick, I don't care, whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hope I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.